U-GeekTV.
Welcome back to U-GeekTV. Welcome back to the Unapologetic Football Show. I'm your host, Jarius, the Unapologetic Geek. I am joined yet again by my esteemed co-host, Jim Geek Gamer Greg, Quad G. Used to be Trip G, now he's Quad. And my boy, Chris Marshall, man. How y'all fellas doing today?
Here. You know, a little bit under the weather, but it can't stop this show.
Man, you'll be all right. But you're right. It's not going to stop this show. It's not going
to. Spoken like a true CEO.
So, we got to start off. Did I lose everybody? Did my shit lag out?
We're still here, yeah. It lagged a little bit.
Now, what the hell? Look, man. Let me tell you something. No weapon formed against this show should prosper.
Facts.
All right, here we go. Travis wins the Heisman. We got to start here because this is, you know, where everybody in their feelings, everybody talking about this and that and the third and all this shit. What's crazy is we hadn't talked too much about the Heisman after he won it. It appears that we just talking about his girl the whole time. And that's the only person we were talking about. This man hadn't been able to enjoy his Heisman victory because he online having to fight for his girl and she having to fight for her damn self. And well, first of all, let's just get into the Heisman component of it. I know I chose Genty. That was my pick. Greg, remind me, did you say that Travis was going to win?
No, I had Genty, bro.
Okay. So Chris was a you. Or did we all have Genty? Shit.
It was a sweep, bro.
Okay. All right, so he won. I'm okay with it. It is what it is. Because honestly, like I have nothing disparaging to say about the season that he had. The man played two positions. I thought Genty was better at his one position, Travis was at his two, but Travis was a hell of a player, had a hell of a season. And, you know, they talked about snap counts and all that kind of shit. Good for him. And he had a great emotional speech. I'm not sure, you know, about the stuff that his mom said. We're not going to get into that. But yeah, like, how do you all feel about the Heisman win? I'll start with you, Greg.
I mean, the more I thought about it, yeah, I wanted Genty to win that, but I had to look at it from another perspective. That this man played both sides of the field for two different teams, and basically was successful on both sides, both teams, honestly. So I had to really kind of look at a little bit more than just a running back versus a two-position threat. Now, I'm okay with him winning. I'm not okay with that suit he had on. I'm completely honest. I don't know who his PR director is, but they need to stop watching Django Unchained because, bro,
relax.
Can't do that.
Yeah, the tournament.
I give it to him, man. Much congratulations. Shout out to him. He worked hard. I mean, you can't take it away from him. Yeah, I did want Genty to win it, but at the end of the day, I do believe both were deserving, and I'm more excited that a black man got it between the two black men, you know, that were up for it. So I'm wholeheartedly excited about it.
For sure. Do we still have it? I think we lost Chris. It's all good. Yeah, I agree with you, man. Like, I'm okay with the victory. Like, I had no pushback on it. I had no beef with it. I just know it caused a lot of discourse online. People who were Genty fans or, you know, they were JSU fans who didn't think he should get the Heisman and all that kind of stuff, man. Nah, he deserved it. He wasn't my pick, but he deserved it, so I'm fine with it. Going to the other shit that's being talked about when it's coming to him. I'm not about to sit up here and comment on a girl, I mean, or this young lady's her pattern of thought in the way she's handling things and all of that. I wasn't present for whatever went on with Prime tapping her to stand up and all that kind of stuff. I will say this. She went online she, in an 8-minute video, explained everything that's going on that we've seen online. I believe it went a little bit like this. She said that what he meant by her saying that he wasn't her type was he had a girlfriend at the time. She doesn't date cheaters. That was her explanation for that. Then the explanation for when the game was over, their last home game, and she was fussing, she got into it, or she had a disagreement with like a security guard or something, or the way they handle things. So it wasn't directed towards him, even though he got in front of the microphone, you can tell he was a little bit disheveled. But we're gonna pass that. Then there was the video of the signing at the Adidas store, and she looking like she had an attitude. It sounded like she had an attitude while he was taking pictures and signing football. She said that she was just asking him if he wanted her to go catch up with the family or whatever. She had a explanation for that. And then finally, she said she didn't know whether to sit up or stay seated because of all the scrutiny she had already been going through up until that point. And Prime didn't necessarily tell her to stand up. He was just basically telling her, man, go get your man. And he was supportive. And that was her explanation for that. I said all of that to say there's a lot of inconveniences for you. It's very interesting to me. To a bigger point, and we're men, and well, I'm not even gonna say men of a certain age, we're all in our 30s. We've all been in love, we've all, dated or whatever. We have not done it at the level of Travis. We have not been an athlete at the level of Travis, but we're gonna, I want to pass on a little bit of wisdom for both of them. If they see this, which I doubt they will.
We don't doubt that.
But this is for young people. Keep y'all damn relationship off the internet, man. Keep that shit off the internet. All the thoughts and worries and all that kind of stuff, keep that shit off of the internet. The internet is not real. There is no way I will be sitting up there dating a millionaire and I'm worried about what some random motherfucker on Twitter got to say about me. Get the bag. All right. And then keep the main thing. But here's the thing. And I'm not saying get the bag and like use him for his money or nothing like that. Focus, you're in that position now. Just focus on staying with him if that's what you want. The man went and got a 6-figure engagement ring for the girl, my God. And she's sitting up here crying on the internet. Look, choose your battles. Do not fight with these motherfuckers on the internet, man. Don't ever do that in your life. Young people, keep your relationship private. I know y'all was raised by the internet, but keep that shit private. We don't need to know everything.
Right.
Just do what you do. Like, and then on top of that, instead of fighting back and forth, the smart money would be to turn it into something. Go ahead and start figuring out what your brand about to be. This is what you're supposed to do. Y'all worried about the wrong goddamn things. And he up here talking about she stressed out, she drunk, or she done went to sleep. Both of them telling each other business, man. Stop it. Just stop it. Chris, do you have any advice for our young bull, man?
Hey, man, you already hit the nail on the head, bro. Keep y'all shit private, dog. When you got as much status as you do, your whole life, not even your career, your whole life is about to be viewed under a microscope. So, like, no matter what you do, bro, who you date, right, wrong, or indifferent, bro, they gonna be on your ass. So, it's just the culture nowadays, bro. Like you said, these young people raised by the internet, bro, that's all they know. They go to their phones for everything, right? They don't know how to pick up a book, don't know how to read. Like, I ain't gonna say that, but but the majority of their life is revolved around the internet. So like you said, bro, when you know you got a good one, if you truly know you have a good one, bro, you don't care what anybody say, right? Your mama,
Right.
your boys, nobody. They can say whatever, and it don't even matter to you, bro. So if your circle opinion don't matter, why does the other 7 billion people on Earth matter to you, bro? Like,
exactly. They shouldn't. They absolutely shouldn't. And I don't get it, man. Again, keep the main thing the main thing. The boy got paper. He needs your support. Keep supporting him. This man done had to talk about your ass for weeks now. Because we had the first incident where she talking about he wasn't her type or whatever. He shared it. And then the man had to go and talk about her being in the drunk stupor. And now she done came out with another video. I'm pretty sure we're gonna hear from him again. By the way, Travis Hunter is a good streamer. He's a good streamer. Like he gonna have money either way it go. I ain't one of them people to tell people to be silent and nothing like that. However, I am somebody that tell people to shut the fuck up. And this is a situation where both of y'all shut the fuck up. Greg, what were your thoughts on it?
So here's what really jaded me with her. And this is for them to understand. Don't ever get online, or don't ever let anybody get online and tell the world that they didn't know if they wanted to be with you until after you signed your deal. Like, I think that had to have been the worst thing that girl could have ever said. Like, I don't even think Kim Kardashian would have said something that stupid. And it's just, when it comes down to, like you said, your business is your business. Y'all grew up on the internet and you feel like everything has to be publicized. You make yourself a target when you keep putting all your business out there. And honestly, I feel like the reason it hits her so hard is because she knows, everybody knows she's full of shit. Now, if she's a good girl, all right, cool. We finna find out. Because, like you said, he put, what, 6 mil? You said, what was it, a double-digit million on a ring? And you throwing a fit? So basically, you throwing a fit, to me, makes it seem like you don't value the impact of what he bought. You just upset because he could have did better in your eyes, or something to that magnitude. But in summation, bro, just keep your shit offline. Like, people don't even know what kind of car I got. They still think I'm driving the old Grand Marquis. Just keep everything offline.
Damn.
Everybody need to see it.
Boy, they leave you alone in this shit. They ain't
That
never gonna touch you in no damn murk. Hey,
that murk.
on the flip side of that, and we'll move on after this point. People who are making it such a big deal that they together, some people are insinuating that Travis Hunter would not be attractive otherwise. Now, that's not for me to say or nothing like that. I'm just saying these are kids, and you got people who making a lot of money basically saying, nah, man, you wouldn't have a chance in here with her to toss her to the side. And that's also not a conversation you should be having. What's going to happen is, first of all, I hope I'm wrong. As a former sucker of love who had somebody to take them down through there, I hope I'm wrong.
Uh-huh.
But if I'm not, he gonna find out. He gonna find out quickly. And my thing is this: I would pay to be a fly on the wall while Shador, Shiloh, and Dion are talking to him about that girl. I would pay to be a fly on the wall to hear what they got to say. Because we know goddamn well Shador and Shiloh, they ain't got them problem.
No, at all.
Imagine going into the NFL married.
Right.
All right, let me move on before we all get in trouble. Let me move on before we all get in trouble after that shit. Here we go. Jackson State won the Celebration Bowls, you fuck niggas. Listen. Listen, man. It was a big weekend for JSU. I'm not even going to stay on this long. TC Taylor, you did what you had to do. That's all I wanted, man. You did what you had to do. To all them bums who was out there talking about we wouldn't be shit without crying, fuck y'all. Every single one of you. You was wrong. This is a celebration, bitches. We won the Natty. We got on fire. We were the best team in HBCU. I ain't gonna say history. I don't know where I'm from. I'm not going that far, but we were the best team in the SWAC. Honestly, I felt like we had the best team in terms of HBCUs in the first place. We got the job done. I want to hear shit else about Coach Prime and Jackson State. It's time to close that chapter. I've moved past it. I know I brought it up on a couple episodes. I've officially moved past that point. Unless we get another one. Then I'm going to talk about it again. Did y'all have any thoughts on Jackson State winning the Celebration Bowl before we move on?
Just a little bit. I'm not I have my history with D.I. Love, but we ain't gonna get into that. But
Watch
I'm
your
happy
damn
for
mouth. That's all I need to do.
I'm happy for them, man, because they did something. I think what makes people relish the moment even more is that they did it without pride. They did it without it, to show that you don't need a celebrity coach to do what other coaches been doing. So I'm super glad that he's not the hype that Deion is. Not to take away from Deion and what he did, but at the same time, he stepped in and completed the entire task. And I'm happy for JSU on that accord. But that's all I'm gonna say, man. I'm gonna let chat.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. Don't take it there, man. We ain't gotta go there. Chris, you had anything?
Hey man, shout out to the swag, bro. That's all I got to say, man. You know, we finally got us one. You know,
Yeah,
finally got us one, man.
So I had to make an amendment. FAMU did win it last year. Forgot about them.
Oh yeah, probably, they did beat Howard.
Yeah, probably because they really don't matter to me, but they did win one. I worked with some people who were FAMU alums, and they tried to say some shit along the lines of them being a better band than JSU. And boy, I started acting a fool. They started deleting my comments. Boy, I never did this shit. That shit was crazy. I was like, I work with y'all. What the fuck? Right. We was cool until y'all said that shit. All right, man, moving on. Picking up the pace a little bit. Michael Vick is now a head coach. It's over at what, Norfolk University?
Norfolk State, yes, sir.
Norfolk State University. Shout out to Michael Vick, the latest former prestigious. Is he prestigious? That's debatable. But
I got it.
NFL, all right, look, we can start having conversations about Michael Vick if we want to. I tell you what, he's definitely the most electrifying player I've seen this side of Deion in history. And he was one of the first people who really just made real life look like a football. So yes, I am complimentary of Michael Vick, but when people start saying crazy shit like he better than Lamar Jackson is, that shit crazy to me. That's where we stop. That's where we got
sleeping dogs live.
Let it go. But shout out to him. So we're waiting on Ray Lewis in Florida Atlantic. I know that. To see what they're gonna do. We know what happened with Ed Reed and Bethune-Cookman. He couldn't even make it through the goddamn door good. Eddie George he's at Tennessee State?
Tennessee State.
Coach of the Year. Shout out to Eddie George.
Hell yeah.
And of course we know the blueprint that Prime kind of set with all of that. Look, man, college football has gotten so interesting now. And part of it makes me feel like it's partly NIL deals. And the other part is, Prime kind of opened it up to be like, let's see what we can do for these youngins out here, man. Let's see where we can make a difference. I love that Michael Vick is in a position to where he can be a coach and make a positive impact on young men, and I'm looking forward to following that next year. Chris, what are your thoughts on that?
Hey, shout out to Big Dog Vick, man. He had to go back home.
I would refrain from using dog and Vick. And
that's what I was.
I believe I would stop there. I would stop short there and refrain from that.
Hey, man, shout out to Vick, man. HBCU bound. Again, he had to go back home to do it. Shout out to Virginia State of Virginia. You know, I ain't been up there personally, but I heard it's beautiful, the whole Norfolk area. You know, so I think, like you said, it's good for college football, man. You get somebody like that who has the knowledge of the game, man. You know, he's seen it all, he's did it all. You know, except for winning Super Bowls, of course. But you know, he has so much to offer for this next generation, even off the field. You know, with his off the field, you know, history. Hey, you know, he can just use that to enlighten these young men even more, man. And giving back to the game, man, is what most of us athletes like to do when it is time for us to hang it up, man. Just give back and help that next generation be better than us. So shout out to Vick, man. Shout out to Norfolk State giving them a shot. And like you said, I'm definitely gonna tune in, bro. I want nothing but success for them. I know they were a solid program for a while. They've been kind of, you know, on the downward slope, and that's why the coaching change had to be made. So hopefully he gets them back on the map, bro. You know, he's gonna start getting some recruits back up there.
For sure. Greg, what are your thoughts on it?
I love this, man. I love that, like you said, he got a second chance. I think, you know, with the history that we know of Michael Vick, but then knowing the player he is, because people don't understand, 2007, Madden Michael Vick, bro, was a beast. Like, that playmaker, like, stuff that he was doing on there, oh, bro, it was incredible. So I think it's a nostalgia thing to see him in a coaching position. But like Chris said, like, we know he understands the game. But I really want him, and I hope this for him a lot, that he's able to show them, hey, if you haven't understood what I've been through, look me up. And I kind of want y'all to go away from that. Like, I really want to be, like Prime, a positive image for y'all. I got a second chance, and I want to show y'all what to do, what not to do to basically screw up your lives. Because I really think with the whole incident that he went down for, I think that kind of jaded his name as well. But at the same time, when I saw this, I was like, man, I'm super thrilled to see that somebody's giving him a chance, and also the viewership that he's going to bring to that college, not just the recruits and everything like that. But I love to see the fact that they're giving him a second chance to do, you know, something positive for college players. And I'm excited for this, man. I think I'm hoping this turns out real well. But like you said, yeah, I'm definitely going to tune into this.
With that being said, man, I want to shout out to Michael Vick. I'm happy for you. I want you to do well. Also, this made me think about it. Teddy Bridgewater is a high school team, right? Teddy Bridgewater, in his first year of coaching, has won the championship, and he has a hilarious video. I believe he's doing the greeting. But yeah, so we'll probably be hearing from him in some years' time. With that all being said, Atlanta Falcons, y'all are not gonna be right until y'all take that number 7 off of Bajan Robinson, right? Yeah. Take that number 7 off here and retire this shit, man. For real. Right, and I'm not until you do right by him, man, it's gonna be 28-3 forever. until y'all do right by that, man. Cause that shit, that's some bullshit. Arthur Blank in the damn stadium, he's sitting up there next to Martin Luther King on the mural and all that kind of stuff. It ain't even no mention of Michael Vick. He ain't in the ring of honor or none of that, man. Now, I do understand that, you know, there was a great betrayal that took place, but time heals all wounds, man. Put Michael Vick in the ring of honor and do right by Falcons.
Right.
All right, we in bowl season. Now, you know we love talking college football here. South Alabama on last Saturday beat Western Michigan in the first bowl game, the Salute to Veterans Bowl. You know, we instead of getting creative and all that kind of shit. But Chris took this opportunity to start to think. Shout out to Trey Russell. This man, let me show you what this man just said about Vick. He said him and Iverson, the same person in the black community for real. And to be honest, they are synonymous with each other. I absolutely agree with that. Appreciate that, Trey. So we're talking about favorite bowl moments. Chris, you broached this subject. And yeah, let's get into it. So I actually would like to start with you. What's your favorite bowl moment as we prepare to head into the bowl festivities?
Hey, y'all sure y'all don't want to go first? Because I'm about to cook, bro. Like
Set it up.
I'm about to
Nah,
cook,
nah.
dog.
Let me see what you got, man. Let me see what you got.
Hey, it was hard for me to think, bro. I had a couple of them, you know, obviously some of them involving my TCU Horned Frogs. You know, we beat Wisconsin in the 2011 Rose Bowl, and then, you know, we beat the dog shit out of Ole Miss in that 2014 Peach Bowl. They didn't give us no shot to win that one. We dog walked them. But as enjoyable as those moments were, bro, my favorite bowl moment of all time is the reason why I fell in love with college football the way I did, man. I was always locked in with college football, but the 2006 Rose Bowl, bro, Texas, USC, Vince Young, Reggie Bush is undefeated, bro. It was basically David versus Goliath, even though Texas was steamrolling people that year. It was kind of like two Davids going up against each other. USC came in off of back-to-back natties, you know, two Heisman winners in the backfield with Matt Leinart, Reggie Bush, Lindell White, Dwayne Jarrett, Steve Smith. It was just electric, bro. That game got out. USC looked like they was about to go up early. Texas started fighting back. USC did kind of separate a little bit toward that third quarter, and you could just see Vince Young flip that switch, bro. And he was already pissed off. You know, I seen a special on him from when Reggie actually won the Heisman. Like he got up and he walked out because he was legitimately mad because he literally thought he was going to win. So as talented as Vince Young was in college, you didn't want to see a pissed off Vince Young. And he came into that game pissed off, and he played like it, bro. He put that offense on his back, even though he talented players, right? NFL players. You got Lyman Swede, Billy Pittman, David Thomas, Jamal Charles in that game. You got NFL talent all over the field, bro. But
that game was crazy.
The way Vince Young brought them boys back when USC went up, because I think Matt Leinart threw a touchdown pass to Dwayne Jarrett. It was a crazy collision. I think Terrell Brown broke his arm. Aaron Ross knocked himself out with a concussion. Yeah, SC went up double digits at that point. You like, okay, it's over, right? This SC, they up double digits in the fourth quarter. That's game, right? Nah, Vince, he was the original Cam to me, bro. He put that Superman cape on. He took that damn shirt off and flashed that S. And he went to work, bro. A lot of my favorite players, college football players in that game. Shout out Michael Huff, the safety for Texas, who won the Thorpe Award that year. He the reason why I love the number 7. You know, it was just such an exciting game back and forth. NFL players all over the field. And it felt like an NFL game almost with the momentum swings, the big plays, the turnovers, just constantly back and forth, kept you on the edge of your seat. Reggie Bush was the reason why I wanted to play running back in 7th grade. Like, he was the reason why.
He was that dude.
And yeah, bro, like just video game character to the fullest, you know. So that game right there, man, that I had to sit down and I recorded that. And you know we old, bro. We recorded that on the VHS.
Right.
VHS days, bro.
That game is an all-time game, and to be honest with you, that is my number one, honestly. That's definitely my number one game of like all time. If I'm asked what game I would show somebody to show them what football is, like what the highs, the lows, everything, it would be that game. That for me is the greatest football game I've ever seen. Bar none. That's the greatest football game. It had all the drama that you wanted. It had all the prestige. You had the Heisman winner going against the Heisman runner-up. Texas kind of came out of nowhere with Vince. And then on the flip side, you had Matt Leinart and Reggie Bush and Pete Carroll. They're trying to do something that I believe that to this day still hasn't been done. It still hadn't been a three-peater going on. That game, the drama, everything that came with it, that is the greatest game in my eyes of all time when it comes to football. It's hard to follow up with anything better than that. Like I said, if I want to show somebody what football is and why we love it so much, that would be the game. So I do have to name bowl moments simply because, I mean, just because you took the best one doesn't mean I get to just get off scot-free. By the way, the best moment of the game is the final scramble by Vince Young. And that play and the way it unfolded and the finality of it when he scored is just beautiful. Me personally, Boise State whooping Oklahoma ass that time. Doing the damn Statue of Liberty and the hook and ladder and all that shit.
Yes, sir.
That's one of mine. I got another. I see your Texas versus USC, and I raise you Georgia versus Alabama. When Georgia was whooping Alabama ass, and Alabama pulled out another quarterback out of nowhere. That shit right there still blows my mind. And it's hard to believe that Tua and Jalen Hurts, they were both those quarterbacks in those games. That's crazy. When I mean, bro, that game was so unreal, man. And the way, again, the drama behind it. They were Georgia, for the people that don't recall, Georgia was prepared for Alabama that game. Everything but the backup that they had. Right. Tua came in and won the MVP. It was pure magic. Greg, what do you got, man?
I'm gonna go on the opposite side. Y'all gonna be crazy that I'm gonna say this, but the kick six from Auburn and Alabama. He missed that 57-yard field goal. Auburn ran it back for that 109 yards.
Oh, you going with the Iron Bowl?
Yeah.
Okay, that's creative. It's creative.
It's bold in the name, baby. It's bold in the name.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I like that only because it just shows don't quit, don't give up.
Yeah, that kick six was crazy.
Man, still one of the craziest moments.
Yeah, I remember watching this shit.
Bro, like the goosebumps. I had goosebumps on both arms because one, I was like, we finna take this Iron Bowl. This nigga missed. And I was like, okay, he just missed it. I ain't worried about it. Nah, but it said, all right, hold on, I got y'all. I was like,
all the way back.
You remember when Undertaker lost his WrestleMania record, and that black dude they showed?
Yeah, that was how it was.
I think that was my face when that happened, bro. I was just so shocked, but the moment itself was just like, damn, I wasn't expecting that. Like, I wasn't expecting that at all. Like, I know that ain't a big bowl, but that bowl,
yeah, I got you.
That particular moment will always resonate with me, bro.
So, another Iron Bowl memory I have, probably my favorite one is I was working at Comcast at the time. My homeboy from Alabama, huge Alabama fan, looked at Cam Newton and wasn't impressed with him. He said, we got something for his ass. And one, that Iron Bowl right there. We talking about Iron Bowls, that one right there. And he was texting me the whole time. We putting boot the asses and all that kind of shit going off. And then that score started getting closer and closer. It started diminishing. And then at the end of it, Cam took it away. And it was crazy. I didn't text him for like several hours. I wasn't about to put no salt in the wound. That man finally texted me. He said, that's one of the best quarterbacks I ever seen in college. When it was all said and done, he was like, one of the best quarterbacks I ever seen in college, man. Bruh. Cam was a gamer, and that's why I don't like the disrespect that he get from people that got half his talent and a fraction of his height. It's crazy to me to disrespect that man. Like, Cam got some balling ass games out there. For real. Definitely. All right. Let's get into a little bit of the NFL. Didn't a lot happen. We didn't have a lot of drama, nothing like that. The Bills took care of the Lions, and the Lions suffered a huge loss with Montgomery. One part of Sonic and Knuckles. I don't know what the Lions prospects look like. If you looked at a list of their injuries, it seems dire right now in terms of their prospects to win the Super Bowl. And in that vein, Philadelphia now looks like the team that, despite their discourse and dysfunction, in their locker room, they're still winning. They honestly kind of look like the NFC version of the Chiefs, in that the Chiefs just keep winning despite not playing their best ball, where the Eagles keep winning despite not really having a great coach and also apparently not really getting along. So winning heals everything. And I think I said this on a prior episode. We talked about the Eagles. It's going to be interesting to see what happens in the playoffs if they don't win the Super Bowl. It's going to be interesting to see how their team goes. But Jalen Hurts and not Antonio Brown, AJ Brown were both defiant after their win against the Steelers. I mean, they handled the Steelers. They basically made Russell Wilson look like how he did with the Broncos, more or less. What are your thoughts on the Lions and the loss they suffered to Josh Allen, who got glazed up again, to Josh Allen and the Bills, as well as Philadelphia taking down the Steelers? I'll start with you, Greg.
So I think the Josh Allen glaze is about to get way worse. He's finna be the hot sign at Krispy Kreme, bro.
Right.
Here's what we sleeping on is if they can do it. So thing of it is, like with the Lions being beat like that, which I'm still shocked at their record, bro. They will always, for some odd reason, shock me that they have won so many games. But I just feel like this just puts Josh Allen on another totem pole. And I think him doing that, him taking down the Lions, basically kind of has people thinking, well, why isn't he glazed more? Which I could care less. But I think now you're going to have a lot more people that are going to be excited to hear his name. As far as Philly, like you said, as long as you win, it don't matter. As long as we're not losing and fighting each other, it don't matter. Will I give them the Super Bowl, though? Because you still got to have cohesion throughout the whole playoff. They took the Steelers down through that. Correct, they did. But can y'all keep this going enough to keep it stable to win the Super Bowl? I think they're going to fall. I definitely see them falling.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think Philadelphia's going to win the Super Bowl. I don't at all. And speaking of the Bills, their fortunes just got a lot better with Pat Mahomes hurting his ankle, which I don't know what's going on. He's like Steph Curry, who ankles was always hurt at one point in time. Every time I turn around, this man is limping around on the field. I'm like, bro, come on, just tape your ankles up some more. Goddamn. But this is interesting in that, like, you know, one person could assume, look, this is the fall of them. This is where the luck runs out. But as a Chargers fan who done seen this goddamn team for several years now, I wouldn't be surprised that man take off work, heal his ankle up. They fall down in the seedings a little bit, and he come back and they go on a run. I'm telling you, man, it's like, again, it's the monster at the end of the book. I'm cautiously optimistic whenever they look like they're facing some kind of adversity in the game. Because I'm scared, I'm traumatized by seeing these motherfuckers come back over and over and over again. Anyways, Chris, what are your thoughts on the NFL action we saw with the Bills, Philly, and the Chiefs too?
I mean, I hear what y'all saying, but I personally don't give a shit. We've seen Josh Allen go out and get the Bills the number 1 seed before. Shit didn't matter when 15 came up there. That shit don't matter to me, bro. I am unmoved at any Bills success in the regular season because they always have success in the regular season. Can you get it done when this shit matters, when it's win or go home? And they have yet to prove that. So until then, bro, I don't care. Like, I seen the graphic earlier. Somebody talking about Josh Allen should be the MVP front runner. Maybe, but
yeah,
no,
it's his reward. It's his reward to lose.
Yeah. Unfortunately, but like Lamar still has better stats than him, though. I understand he's won a few more games than Lamar. Cool, it's a team sport, so am I taking you because of what you've been doing? Hey, he been balling. I'm not no knock on him whatsoever. But again, can you get it done in the playoffs when the shit matters, bro? I
And
have
it's
yet
funny
to
you
see.
bring up Lamar because I feel the same way about both of them. Show it to me in the playoffs. Both of them.
Fair.
I've always felt like that. Like Lamar, and then the one edge that Josh Allen has that he has the rushing touchdowns.
Right.
Lamar don't have that this year, but still, both of them got to show it to me, man. That's just the fact of the matter when it comes to that. With that being said, goddamn, I got a question for y'all. What is the NFL's unforgivable sin? No, I do you one better. What's the unforgivable sin in football? Period. Every level, even any sport, to be honest. At any level, what is the unforgivable sin?
You got a couple, but at the top of the list, though, probably quitting on your team, man.
Quitting on your team. You can't quit on your team. There's no tomorrow in sports when it comes to that.
Facts.
In boxing, and you know you can tap out in UFC and all that kind of stuff, but dropping your gloves in boxing and saying no mas, it's no coming back from that kind of thing.
Right.
There is a young man who formerly played for the 49ers, Devondre Campbell. Bruh, you came in and filled in. The man you filled in for, he come back and he get his job back. You can't lose your job to injury in football. That's a rule. You can't, well, not like a hardcore rule, it's an unwritten rule in football. You can't lose your job because you got hurt. You know what I'm saying? The next man just got to beat you. The man get hurt again. Why y'all playing against a division rival in a game that y'all need if y'all have any possible chance of coming back and making the playoffs? You throw a fit and you quit on your team and you walk out. You are about to play and you quit on your team, you walk out. Let me tell you something. I love that with the 49ers locker room, their politically correct shit flew out the window. They let everybody know how they felt.
Mm-hmm.
And Kyle Shanahan was the main one. I ain't never seen no shit like that before. He quit on our team. Fuck him. Quitting? Like, man, bro. For all the antics that Antonio Brown pulled, he ain't been back since he quit.
Right.
He knew it was over with, though.
Right. Who was that playing with the Bills? Quit in the third quarter of the game.
R.I.P. My boy Vontae Davis, man. Retired at halftime, baby.
Bro, retired at halftime. But guess what? They weren't about to try and call him neither.
Nah.
And retired at halftime is an all-time move. I remember Dion's reaction. By the way, man, R.I.P. not only to him, but one of the greatest NFL post shows of all time. They had on the panel Shannon Sharp, Deion Sanders, and LaDainian Tomlinson all reacted to games.
Right.
That was one of the best post-game shows ever. Anyways, you can't quit, man. And I'm a real big proponent of emotional intelligence. That wasn't the time to just put your job on the line. I hope he saved his money up. I hope he's saving money because quitting in sports, boy, they won't let you coach. They won't let you go get the titles. You can't quit in sports, man. You can't even apologize for this shit. You can't even apologize for this shit. As somebody who has been in many a locker room, Chris, what was your reaction to that, man?
Hey, I thought we wasn't going to ever see anything worse than what Anthony Richardson did. But shout out to Devondre Campbell for one-upping my dog, man.
Bye.
Anthony Richardson went out for a series because he was tired. Campbell said, I don't even want to get in the game no more.
And he wasn't tired. His jersey was still clean.
Clean as a whistle, bro. You know what the first thing that popped in my head when this shit happened, bro? Again, and like you said, shout out to Kittle. Shout out to Shavarius Ward. a Mississippi boy. He let him know, hey, that was unacceptable, bro. But the first thing that popped in my head is, do y'all remember that Hard Knocks episode with the Jets when the first day of camp started and Jamal Adams came and he kept punching his code in and the door didn't work?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Campbell password is deleted out the system. He cannot get in the facility no more,
I'm gonna
dog.
tell you what he had to do. That man, he couldn't stop in the locker room, first of all. With his helmet and everything still on, he went straight to the car. He got in it, man. And they revoked his shit that night. That night, all his shit was canceled. Like, you know what? If he had valet parking, which he probably wouldn't, but if he had valet parking, they lost his car. I promise you. I promise you.
Bro, you could never come back in my locker room ever again, bro. Player, coach, it don't matter. Your number 59 will never be in existence in this locker room ever again, bro.
Right.
The one Cardinal saying, bro, is it, dog.
Yeah, nah, you can't do that, man. You can't come back off of that. Greg, like, what were your thoughts on this? I'm pretty sure I know where you're going with it, but what were your thoughts just seeing a grown man quit on his family like that, man?
This man basically crazy. This man, for some odd reason, I guess he feels like if he quits this because he's unhappy, another team will probably pick him up. Bro, this is a wrap. This is it, fam. You can cancel this. Like, I don't even see him being a Pop Warner coach. Like, it's a wrap.
Because what you gonna teach the kid?
Right.
What you gonna teach them?
You can't teach them when it gets hard to stick it out. They gonna immediately, because they grew up on social media.
Right.
They walk out like, nah, bro. Man. See,
That reminds me of that time, something crazy. I think it was Conor McGregor, that fight he had with Khabib, and then it just went into pandemonium after the fight was over and Khabib was talking shit. And Mike Tyson got his ass on Twitter and said, yo, this is crazy. And somebody retweeted me. He said, are you serious?
The whole nigga ear off.
Right. You called it something crazy. That shit was funny. But yeah. Like, honestly, man, if let's assume he got a shorty or he made like gentlemen, who knows? That person has to call in the question whether this man has commitment issues or not. You couldn't commit to several thousands, if not millions of dollars in the NFL. You fought your way. Like, I couldn't imagine playing throughout my life to get into the NFL and getting in there and getting emotional because somebody who was injured came back to work. And I quit. I quit when my team really needed me. Like, honestly, your history, everything is in question now. Whether you are committed to raising a child, whether you're committed to being a husband or whatever, or a life partner, whether you committed to really anything. I wouldn't play online on Call of Duty with him because he might quit that shit. Right. Like, this is a menacing behavior, and it's concerning. It's concerning. Quitting on national TV, he quit in a moment where he really didn't give a fuck. He quit on Amazon's television network. Everybody.
His package is about to be late.
Amazon couldn't believe this shit, man. That is crazy. That's crazy, but hey, he out, man. The boy weak. He weak as hell. My boy, again, shout out to Trey. I mean, he's weak as hell, but it's a business decision. It is a business decision. It's unfortunate. It's what they do, but
it's a very what said, man. That's some sucker shit, man. That's some sucker shit, man.
Right, it is some sucker shit. All right, one more thing before we get up out of here, man. Michael Penix has been named the Falcons starter after basically the Falcons just let Kirk Cousins go and run amok for several weeks. And last night in a win, he's been benched. Kirk Cousins has been benched in a win, in a victory. They said we've seen enough. That man threw so many interceptions. I researched to see like what were the betting lines on the games that he participated in. something had to be afoot. Kirk Cousins was throwing interceptions like he needed Lacey. Some of that shit is a little man. I ain't gonna say that man was cheating or nothing like that, but man, some of these interceptions were highly questionable. Real quick, Greg, what are your feelings? What are you expecting from Michael Penix? Is he junior? Yeah, he's a junior. Michael Penix Jr. And what do you think he's gonna do this Sunday, or is it Saturday? I believe it's a Sunday game. With the Falcons.
I believe this is a good start for them to kind of revamp. Like you said, if they don't get their shit together, it's going to have to be 28-3. But I think this is where they need to start. Kirk Cousins, it was time, bro. Like it was time to get you up out of there. I don't know what they were thinking about. Like you said, he just throwing interceptions as if he can't even see the players. He just knows the color. He just making sure that he throws it in that area. But I think when Michael
he colorblind too, then.
He got to be. Some ain't right in them. Some he just can't get right. But with Michael Penix starting, I think this will kind of show where the Falcons need to make adjustments for the next season. But I honestly think he'll do good. Time will tell if he'll be a great. But I think this is where they need to start to kind of rebuild because, like you said, we only know them as 28-3 right now. And that's pretty much how they've been for the past couple of seasons, bro.
So they are still in the division hunt.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to say this. I'm not going to say that this is who he's going to be. I do remember when a coach was on his way out, his team was underperforming, and a young man came in and turned the whole season around. And they're coaching that young man to still pair it together. And that's Lamar Jackson and John Harbaugh.
L Boogie. L Boogie.
I'm not saying Michael Penix Jr. is Lamar Jackson. I'm damn sure not saying John Harbaugh is on the sideline. I am saying I done seen some crazy shit. With that being said, Chris, what are your expectations?
Damn Cousins, bro. You know, in the last 5 games, he's thrown 1 touchdown and 9 picks. In 5 games, bro. You can't even do that on Madden. Like that is historically bad, man. And like you said, like some of the picks you watch and you like, he really just threw it right to the defender. Like he got to be point shaving, bro. Like this got to be the longest yard
bro.
All crew point shaving, dog. It got to be, man, because this shit don't make sense.
It don't.
But with Penix, I think I would have liked to see go the whole season without getting thrown in the fire. Especially like you said, they still in the playoff hunt, bro. But the one thing I can say though, out of the 3 games left, 2 of those are very winnable.
Mm-hmm.
They got the Panthers and they got the Giants. They got the Giants this Sunday, and then the Commanders probably gonna be an L. And then you got the Panthers. So 2 of those 3 games very winnable. I would just like to see them not necessarily limit him as much. I know he's a rookie. I know it's his first time starting. I hope they don't limit the playbook because of him being young, because he's in that same mold to me as a Bo Nix and Jaden Daniels. They all came into this draft at 24 years old. They all spent 5-6 years in college grooming, getting matured and seeing the game from a different level than your average 21-year-old. So I feel like he's capable. He's got all the arm talent in the world. We saw that at Washington last year. He's a very handy, capable guy. I would like to see them kind of rev it up a little bit for him. Like I said, y'all still trying to get into the playoffs. And one of those games, a division game against the Panthers. You got to win that. So I think they're still kind of betting on the Bucks losing one of their last 3 games, if not losing 2 of their last 3 games. But yeah, I mean, at this point, it's either make the playoffs or you don't. Either way, you got a ball to the wall, bro. So I say turn Penix loose.
Michael Penix Jr. in college, you ever got to the point, let's say it was homecoming week, And class was still scheduled, but ain't nobody give a fuck about that shit. And
Facts.
and you went to class, and your grade literally was just writing your name down on a roll and walking out. That's it. Michael Penix Jr., that's what he got Sunday with the Giants. All he got to do is park his vehicle and walk in. It's a W. He gonna have his first W as a starter. That's all he got to do. Because the New York Giants Shadors, that's what they playing for now. They playing to go home. We already in Cancun over there. Right. We out. They've been at the house weeks ago. And Daniel Jones, they couldn't wait to get his vacation going. So they went on and sent him all to that. Right. See you there next year, Shador. Greg, I already asked for your thoughts on Penix. My bad. I'm tripping.
Straight.
I guess with that said, we getting up out of here, fellas. Another show in the books. I appreciate y'all joining, man. I appreciate the viewers, the commenters, everybody. And so on behalf of my boy, Quadruple G at this point,
G,
and my homeboy Hoodie C, man. I'm Jarius, Unapologetic Geek. This was another episode of Unapologetic Football Show, and we are out.